All right, our first speaker is Mr. Nasar.
But yeah, I'm Nasar El-arabi, born and raised in New Jersey in the States. Also, I'm currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're actually both in the same state. And yeah, so basically I'm a real estate investor, and I've been involved in this business since I've been, well, I wanted to be a real estate investor since I was 19. I'm currently 38. I bought my first house at 24. And I just wanted to speak to you guys because the trends I see in Charlotte, when I first got there in 2008, and Charlotte is a city in North Carolina, the trends I see there are currently happening here. And it's going to be a great wealth transfer, and I just want to expose you all to get it. Because unfortunately, back in the States, I live in a city where people all over the nation move there because it's a major city in the country. The people who actually live there didn't take advantage of all the opportunity there. And I don't think that should repeat itself here. Since you guys are already here, you guys need to control the wealth. You guys need to have a seat at the table. How do you get a seat at the table? You have to own to get a seat at the table. And you guys need to set yourself up into position to do that. So I think I'm going into my topic. If that's what's happening now?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right, I'm going into my topic. All right, so the way you can do that, right? So in America, we have something called the credit system. You guys don't really have that here.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
We're getting there.
You're getting there, but you don't have it yet. So I've heard the prices of some of these houses, and it's outrageous. So, you know, there is a big misconception in America that Africa is all huts and, you know, the kids with the flies around their head, and that's not true. We know that. I posted on my social media, I have got so many DMs of people just amazed, and so many Africans saying, yes, please show more how beautiful this country is. So in America, like this towel, that goes in my house. And y'all park on that, you know, which is a big, it's a big difference, you know, it's a big difference. I wasn't ready for that, but that's, you know, what I do. And, you know, Gus, he took us to some houses where they had 2 kitchens. In America, the richest had 1 kitchen. You know, I felt pretty poor. And, you know, I'm in the top 1% in America. And from what I'm seeing over here, I'm like, yo, I gotta do this in my houses in America because this is just amazing. And, but anyway, but how do you get to that point, right? Like, some of these houses are $150,000, $400,000 US cash. So how do you get to that point? You have to do transactions. And when I first got started on real estate in Charlotte, I was broke. I was in a call center job, started out making $10 an hour, which is pretty poor in America. You know, so I was in a call center job, and the way I built my money up is I would have to basically middleman sales of houses, okay? Here it would be more like selling of houses to get your income up, and then you save that money. One thing about y'all are very good at saving money. You don't have a choice. Because when you guys sign a lease, I got to pay a 1 year, 2 year. In America, us poor people, we have to pay monthly. You know what I mean? So it's much easier to get by in America than it is here. But you have to use those things to your benefit of saving money. So what you would do is, you would link up with my man Gus, who has a brokerage and, you know, currently looking for more salespeople. You will actually go out there and sell houses. And then you will save money. And by selling houses, let's say you sell like social media. One thing I learned from him, even though I was on YouTube first, I was on YouTube 2012, it gave me exposure. But with him, it gave him worldwide exposure because he took it to the next level. And so when we linked up, that's when I started to take it more seriously. And you guys can leverage your social media into wealth by showing the rest of the world what Accra is. Am I pronouncing that right?
Accra.
Accra.
Accra. I'm sorry.
You got it.
I'm sorry. Please excuse me, but in Accra it is. So I really think this is going to be a very prestigious destination, not only for living, but traveling, just like Dubai is. But that's not going to happen without the help of you all showing the beauty of Africa and what it has to offer. So, for example, right, and I'm going to pull these numbers straight out the air. Let's say you sell $500,000 houses a year, right? You sell $500,000 houses a year, and let's say you're able to save, you know, $30,000 off of that. Well, now you have $30,000 you didn't have before. This is exactly what I did in America, and I can see that it can be duplicated here, just in a different way. But now you can get into bigger transactions. And when I say bigger transactions, let's say you find somebody that, hey, I'm selling my house for $200,000. They're having a hard time selling it because it needs work. Well, what you can do is say, well, look, what if I were to put down $10,000 and in 1 year the rest is due? Now this might sound crazy, but I literally done this type of stuff in America, and I was talking to Gus, and it can be done here. So the house is $200,000. You give the owner $10,000, right? So the owner basically is making you a loan that's due in 12 months. In the meantime, let's say within 2 to 3 months, you fix the house up and sell it. So now you put $15,000 into the house. So now that $200,000 house is worth, let's say, $275,000. So you then make the $75,000 spread, of course, minus the repairs and the commissions, the real estate commissions, you take out of that. But you do that 3 and 5 times until you're in the game and you're in the position to own. And making money, like we both have 7-figure businesses, but making money is good, but owning is best. Don't get caught up in just, hey, I got a big check this month. You know, you definitely want to own. It's extremely important to own here because the way that Accra is going, the appreciation is there, and I see it. Because I've been to cities in America, and Charlotte specifically, whereas the low-income neighborhood, which we call the hood in America, I don't know what you guys call it, but...
Zongo. We call it Zongo.
Okay, the Zongo. Okay, all right. That sounds rough. But, yeah, I don't want to go to the Zongo. Okay, so let's say the Zongo, right? Where I live at, when I first got to Charlotte, you can go to the Zongo and buy houses for $20,000, $30,000 all day. However, what happened was these places were close to main attractions, downtown, and things of that nature. Now you fast forward, those same neighborhoods that were $20,000 and $30,000, the houses are now going for $700,000 and $800,000. The dirt is going for $250,000 US. And things of that nature, so it becomes very expensive. But you guys must have vision so that you can see that, you know? And like, again, don't get caught up in the transactions of making money. I know making $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 a month, it sounds good, and it definitely feels good, and you're gonna beat on your chest the first few times that you do it, but you wanna position yourself to ownership. So just to recap what I was saying, you wanna start doing transactions, right? How do you do these transactions? You link up to Gus and see how can you help out his brokerage. You know, what can you do? What role can you play to basically be a salesperson, to sell a few houses, save money? You don't have to do this full time. You can start out part time. I started out with a job. And you start out, you sell a few houses, you leverage your social media. You use hashtags, Accra Real Estate, Ghana Real Estate, Africa Real Estate. The rest of the world needs to see this. There's a lot of outside money coming in, and you guys need to have a piece of that, right? You should make sure you position yourself to have a piece of that. So with that being said, for doing these transactions and saving this money, and let's say you do this for 2 or 3 years, you know, now you're in a position to own. And now you're getting the rent payments and things of that nature, because you definitely want to own here. Gus was showing us dirt because we're looking into investing here, and the prices of y'all dirt is insane. But the advantage that you guys have over me and him, you guys are here. You guys know that you can find the, what's the name of the place? No, the hood, what do you call it? You go to the Zongo, you know, you can get the stuff for cheap and hold on to it, because eventually what's gonna happen is, yes, these are the nice areas. However, Accra is gonna expand and continue to build out and build out and build out. I've seen this in America over and over and over. And once it continues to build out and build out, your land that you might have gotten for $3,000 to $5,000, now you're getting offers on $200,000 US and things of that nature. Now you're in a position whereas, do I want to build it and keep it myself, or do I want to sell it and just move on? You have the knowledge so that you can rinse and repeat. But it all starts with the first step, right? And I just want to give out actionable steps. I love to see black people succeed.
Woohoo!
I don't.
Me too.
Yes, I don't know about, you know, here, but in America we have racism, classism, sexism, and, you know, just we don't like you blacks, whatever, however y'all classify that. And so we have a lot going against us, and we still have to manage to be, you know, become successful and help one another. And just being here is just beautiful. But just to recap everything I said, I want you guys to get with Gus, see how you can assist his brokerage, and I want you to do transactions to actually sell houses. And from selling houses, you save that money into doing creative things with some of these owners. We drove around neighborhoods with houses that are just sitting there in disrepair. You know, my man Max is going to put together a system, whereas hopefully you can track those homeowners to ask them, hey, look, this house is sitting here. How much do you want to sell it for? Well, look, this is what I can do for you. I can put down $5,000 to $10,000, and 12 months or 24 months, the rest is due, you know, and once you sell the house, you pocket the difference. And if you guys have any questions about this, you can talk to me after. You pocket the difference, and you do that 3 and 5 times. You know, me and him, we may do that 3 and 5 times a month. You know, we both do multiple transactions per month in America in our businesses, and we have 2 separate businesses, different sides of the state, but we're able to do that, and I see the same opportunity here. And once you do that multiple times, you want to own. And when you guys, you know, leave here, write down your goals. No matter how good this information I give you, how good my YouTube channel is or his YouTube channel is, you have to change your mindset. You know, write down your goals. What do you want to accomplish in 2021? That's the first thing I had to do when I was at a job, and I wanted more out of life, which was write down my goals, put that on paper, and then take action on what I want. Because unfortunately, the way Accra looks today, I doubt in 50 years it's going to look the same. It's going to be, it's heading in the direction towards a booming system. And just make sure that you guys position yourself so that you guys own a piece of Accra, and not let people from other places and people that don't look like me and you come in and take all the benefits.